talk about life in the small town. Here it's called the provinces. Okay, so the provinces are okay. So we're on the island of Luzon. We're in the state of Pangasinan, and the township is called Pozo Robio. And then we live in the little town, which is kind of like an HOA. It's called Puguyod. So every step up is a step bigger. Okay, like where we live, there's little stores, like kind of in front of people's homes, um, outside in their garages, kind of. There's little restaurants the same. You can buy dinner, lunch, snacks, um, drinks, ice cream, candies, and stuff. Ice. Um, and then the next step up, which would be Pozo Robio, there's stores, drug stores, 7-Eleven, um, everything you think of. There's 4 grocery stores, there's pet shops, there's veterinarians, doctors, dentists, lawyers, CPAs, anything you can think of. Motorcycle mechanics, although we have motorcycle mechanics here as well. But it's a step up. And then if you go to the next step up, which is the state, it's a state. It's got everything. You look, drive around, it's big enough. Where we live, though, in Puguyod, is I relate to it as like an HOA, only with no rule, not the same weird shit. There is what they call him the captain of the little township. And if there's a problem between 2 neighbors, you go to him and he puts you in the room and you get to hash it out in front of him, and he makes a decision of who's right and who's wrong, which he doesn't really. And nobody listens to him really anyway. Which is a shame, because it's a good idea if it's enforced. For instance, my dog, I think I said this the other day, my neighbor's got a couple dogs. The rule here is you have a dog, it's got to be vaccinated, rabies. It's got to be inside your yard behind a gate or on a chain. Simple. Everybody does not follow these rules. However, most people pretty much contain their dogs. If the dogs are obnoxious, their dogs are fucking obnoxious. It chases my wife every day. It's bit me 3 times. I've had enough, honestly. I've got a airsoft gun I'm going to blast it with if I see it doing it again. When my wife goes and picks up my daughter at night, and a damn dog chases them in and then chases her out, I'm not going for it no more. So I told the neighbor yesterday, and it didn't do it last night. So maybe it did some good. We don't like that neighbor. We have problems with him all the time. The rest of the barangay is mellow, calm. I know a lot of people that live here. If I don't know them by name, at least I know them by sight. Like, hey, how you doing, Bob, whatever. And they know me. A lot of people know me because there's only a few Americans that live in this area. Out of the 3, I know 2 well, and the 3rd one, I kind of know. I've talked to him twice. Don't care. He's one of those guys, he wants to not be part of the township, I guess. I'm not really sure what he does. I have no idea. So in our little township, we have a motorcycle repair shop. We have a milkshake store. We have 10 or 15 grocery stores. There's a couple of little restaurants, and there's a lot of people that sell food outside their house. In the afternoon, they sell like Chinese fish balls and stuff in 2 places, but you can get hot dogs and hamburgers and whatever. But it's quiet and mellow. Everybody is peaceful, and kids, like I said, the kids are out in their front yards until 10 o'clock at night, riding their bicycles in the front yard or out in the street, and older, the young teenagers and older teenagers either go into town, take a bus, take a tricycle to town, which is only 10 minutes, 15 minutes away, and they go to Boss Coffee, or they go to Starbucks, or they go to McDonald's and sit and bullshit, or they have some other hangouts that they go to. I don't even know. And, you know, the kids group in their little hangouts just like we did when we were kids. And it's safe. You don't have to worry about something happening. It's just, you know, I mean, they have had a kidnapping with somebody took a 12-year-old since I've been here. They found the 12-year-old in Manila, which is like 2 hours away. It disappeared really quick, so you got to wonder what the circumstances really were. You know, was it really that? Was it something else? Who knows? But the neighbors will help you if you need help here. I can honestly say that if I went to one of my neighbors and they needed something, my dog's in the bag over here. If I went to one of my neighbors that lived close and said, hey, I need help, I guarantee you they would help me. You know, if it was important, even if it wasn't important, I've had neighbors come over and help me move stuff and cut trees down and do stuff. And they're always willing to help. They don't expect money or anything like that. We have no beggars in town. It's just a nice, simple life. You know, you come here. Oh, something else. Somebody asked me the other day, what about clothing? You can buy brand new clothes in the mall. I'm an extra large or 2X large. I have no problem finding clothes. Pants, shorts, t-shirts, anything. It's always available. You can get it anywhere. The other thing is, you can get like American food if you want it. You can go to S&R, which is like Costco here. It's Costco. And they sell the exact same products that Costco sells in the U.S. Only the difference is it's way cheaper here than it is in the U.S. I don't know why. They import it from the U.S., bring it here, but it's a lot cheaper. My wife the other day bought 25 pounds of clothes soap. I think it's laundry soap. And she paid like $3. Very cheap. And so, you know, you can get stuff very cheap. There's a lot of things here that make it better. Anyway, I wanted to kind of discuss that just for a few minutes. How it is, the way of life here is just better. I mean, you know, I'm sitting here on my deck looking out. I just went and talked to my welder that works for us. I told him I want to put a little veranda outside the side of my house here. So he says, oh yeah, good idea. Well, yeah, okay, it's a good idea. He already came up with some ideas that I didn't think of. So I said I need a materialist, so he's going to stop by this afternoon and do a materialist so I can start buying the materials. So when he gets back, all he has to do is cut and weld. So that'll be really nice. Then we'll have a little deck out in front of me. Another place I can go out and sit and shoot in the evening when it's a little cooler. And I don't know if we're going to put a roof on it or just leave it open. We'll probably not have a roof on it, probably just leave it open to the sky. It's hot in the daytime, but it's pretty outside. So we may do that. I don't know, maybe put a roof over half of it. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see what we do. You never just, you know, you never know until you do it. You know what I mean? And I don't know. We'll see. I'll have you guys involved. I'll do the video of us building it from start to finish. You see what it's like. The guys do good. God is great. Yeah, you're right. I agree. Is it JC? Hi, JC. Yeah, you know, it's guy. Hey, so I gotta say this. Leave a comment. Like my wife says, hey, leave a comment, share it, like it, anything else. Subscribe if you're not subscribed. That's what I really am interested in getting done. Actually, I have over 2,000 subscribers, like 2,500 or something. It's not a lot, but you know, it is what it is. I've had this same channel for close to 20 years. And I was monetized for a while, but I kind of goofed it up and they demonetized me. And I could have fixed it at the time, but I was too busy. So now the requirements are astronomically hard. So if it happens, it does. If it doesn't, I don't care. I don't need the money. I'm doing it because I like doing it. And I have another YouTube channel that's all centered around my dogs. Mostly my two little ones. And it's doing pretty good. I mean, I'm happy. I've got, I don't know, like 25 subscribers. It's kind of cool. Oh, no, I have 45 subscribers, I think. But it's just kind of cool. And thanks for the thumbs up. I like it. See, that worked. I just said it and got one. There's a guy, if you guys like kind of what I talk about, you might look at, there's this guy, Mad Matt, M-A-T-T, question and answer sticker, weirdly satisfying thing. I don't know what that means, but yeah, it is. Try it. It says question and answer sticker. It says weirdly satisfying thing. I don't know what that all means. I'm 70. I mean, stuff's new. It's hard. Anyway, Mad Matt. Matt with 2 T's. He's kind of like me. He doesn't pull any bullshit. He just tells you what he thinks. If he doesn't like a particular guy, subscriber, I mean, if he doesn't like somebody that he watches, he flat out tells you why, and he tells you what it's all about. And he's got some pretty goofy videos on there. But like I said, I didn't like watching him at first. But I watched a few of his videos. I went, you know what? He's kind of like me. So now I watch him. And I'm kind of pushing his, I don't push his channel, but I tell people go to it and check it out. Anyway, guys, I think that's all I really wanted to talk about today, was just about life in the province. And if you're going to move to the Philippines, visit Manila, visit Baguio, visit some of the tourist places, but don't rent a house until you go into the provinces and check out the little places, because you don't live in San Francisco, or maybe you do, and you don't live in Los Angeles. And that's what a lot of these places are. You don't live in Coney Island, and you go to the tourist places, the beaches are beautiful and they're full of people. I didn't want to live there. I don't want to live I want to live where I can enjoy my life and take a walk in the middle of the night and, have a nice time. And that's where I live. So if you decide to move here, yeah, visit the big city and then take a bus to nowhere, get off the bus and just explore. When you get to someplace that looks kind of interesting, get off the bus. The bus is coming back. Shit, they run 3, 4, 5 times a day in both directions. Just get off the bus anywhere and go explore. It's safe. You're not going to get mugged. You're not going to get robbed. You're going to see people are very friendly. Most people speak enough English that you can talk with them. A lot of people speak good English. My wife speaks really good English. So, if you just get off the bus in some little town and go, wow, I really want to check that out. You can catch another bus. You can get in a tricycle for, 100 pesos or 25 pesos or 50 pesos, and they'll take you as far as you want to go. I mean, I've taken tricycles for 4-hour rides, and they'll take you anywhere. They don't care. It's all money to them. You're the ride, they're the tricycle. And the nice thing about taking a tricycle is you can talk to the driver and have him pull over so you can check something out. And he will. And he'll sit there and wait for you. He don't care. Something else. If you go to like Baguio, probably Manila too. I don't know. I haven't tried Manila. But when we go to Baguio, I rent a taxi for the day. Okay, I give him 1,000 pesos, which is $20. And I don't pay him till he's done with the day. When we're done with him, we pay him. And he'll sit and wait for you. So you go to a restaurant, you go to a tourist place, and you can ask him where to go. Say, hey, where can we go to do this? He'll take you. And he just sits out front. We'll bring him a Coke or something once in a while. Sometimes we take him in for lunch. But it's a lot easier to keep that taxi with you rather than trying to find another taxi. Usually the taxi fare would probably be half of what we pay him, but we don't have to wait. We don't have to try and get a taxi. He's there waiting for us. We walk out of the restaurant, boom, he's there. And we don't pay him till the end, so the money doesn't change, and he doesn't leave because he wants to get paid. So you give him 1,000 or work a deal, whatever it's going to be for the day. If it's not ridiculous, 20 is a lot. I mean, 1,000 pesos, that's $20. That's a lot. I kind of hold that as my line. But it's an easy way to do shit. Rent a tricycle, get a taxi. Say, I just want to, I want to investigate town. I want to rent you for the whole day. How much? And he'll go, I said 20, and just 1,000. And he'll go, yeah, it's good. There you go. And, you can go to lunch. He'll wait for you outside. He'll take you to some tourist places or a bar, whatever you want. Whatever you want to do, whatever you're into. And it's just an easy way to do shit. Now, we don't have taxis here. We have tricycles. So here, and it's the same. If you don't mind riding a tricycle, I've taken tricycles for hellaciously long ride. All the way from Dagupan to here, which is like 3 hours on a tricycle. Beat the hell out of me. But it didn't cost me much either. So, all right, guys. I'm going to go and And I said, JC, hi. I like it. JC Clear. JC Clear. Hi. Anyway, guys, I'm going. Have a good day. I hope you enjoy the video. Let me know in the comments and enjoy your life. Bye.